First things first, take off the clip like that. This is the Torx screw. Next, underneath the car, pull up on this and unclick it like that. And move your way down. That's finished. Next, the front. And it's all finished. Next, remove the clips with a needle nose. Give it a spin and a pull. Spin and pull. Spin and pull. Next, alcohol on the surface where the anti-vibration pad's going to go. Next, peel and stick the anti-vibration surface along this line, this ridge. Cut off the excess. Try not to scratch the paint. Next, feel around for indentations where the holes go and push them in so you know where they're at. Take an X-ACTO knife and just cut out the holes to get ready to put the spring clips in. And just, it doesn't have to be perfect because the spring clips will take care of it. They'll snap in place. remove these 4 caps off of the bottom. Snap the rectangular spring clips into these holes. Start from the front. We're going to do 4 holes. They have to snap. You have to hear an audible snap to know that they're in tight. 2, 3, 4. The center hole is for the plastic into there to hold the unit up while you're installing it. 2 more rectangulars. The one square is going to snap into the back one. Here we go. The rectangular spring clips are along the bottom, 6 of them. The first one, which is at the front tire, we skip because we're going to put a T-bolt into this hole. This is going to support the running board from the front. This very heavy-duty T-bolt. Starting from hole number 2, we're going to snap in. The T-bolt assembly consists of the T-bolt, the washer, the plastic temporary lock, and the nut. We're going to take the nut off. We're going to insert the T-bolt into this hole, pull on the end of the screw while pushing the plastic up as far up as you can go. You could spin it, just tighten it a little bit so that the screw is sticking out. Preparing to place the running board onto the car. Note in the center, the plastic is going to lock into the center hole to hold it up. At the same time, we have to make sure this hole, that the screw from the T-bolt goes into that hole. Now to install the running board, I'm going to focus on the center piece, and where the T-bolt goes on the bottom, I'm going to lift it into place, push the centerpiece in. There are 6 screws, 10 millimeter, 2 go in the back, and then 1 Phillips in the very back where the squared. The one in the front is the hardest to get to, so I'm going to use a small ratchet. Start hand tightening to get them in place. Never start with power tools, as you may strip it. Try to push up on the running board if need be. We are only hand tightening the top row. we will tighten the bottom row tight first to provide the upward pressure so it rides as high as possible. If you use an extension, it makes it easier to hand tighten. Try not to scratch the paint. Two more washer bolts, single washer bolts. Lift up on the bottom if necessary. It is not yet ready to support any weight. Hand tighten only. The last screw is a small Phillips head. We'll put it into place just till the plastic moves, but we're not going to tighten. I'm going to hand tighten the 14mm bolt for the T-bolt to get it in place. Start placing the bottom washer with lock washer nut. Hand tighten using a 10mm socket and extension. Make sure you don't strip anything. There's 6 altogether. Wiggle the side step until it threads easily. Perfect. Okay, we're going to skip the T-bolt first, and we're going to torque down the 10mm bolts that have the washer and lock washer to 55 inch-pounds using a torque wrench. Last but not least, on the bottom is the T-bolt. It's torqued to 300 inch-pounds, which divided by 12 is 25 foot-pounds. There's the click. Next, we set the torque wrench to 42 inch-pounds. And I'm going to start from the front. I already pre-tightened it. And I'm just going to torque it down till I hear the click. Here we go. And it clicks. Pretty sure that was the click. Let me make sure. Yeah, that was the click. In the interest of time, I'm going to use a power tool just until I get it a little bit. And that's enough. Then I'm going to torque until it clicks. There it clicks. I'm only tightening it until I see the trim bend. And then that's it. Now, I don't recommend using power tools, but in the interest of time, I'm doing that. And the click. Okay. If I feel any pressure, I do not want to over tighten these. These clip bolts are very, very delicate. And now for the back. Same thing. I'm just going to tighten it a little bit, very gingerly, and tighten it with the torque. So I hear the click. You do not want to break a single one of these, as each one holds the trim in place. And the click. I would just hit it as much as you could do it by hand. Make sure that when you install this, that the mud guard is on the outside. The brand new pin that was provided on the bottom. Oops. And push it in. And then this is the Torx screw. And we'll use the one that they provided. And go ahead and tighten that. Give it a good snug fit. Now to put these caps. There's one labeled left hand, that's this one, and this is the left side, that's the driver's side. We're going to go ahead and put that in the back over the Phillips bolt. You'll notice there's a beveled edge that goes on top. The beveled edge goes on top. Snap them into place. Do something on the centerpiece. Make sure it's beveled on top. It really pops in the way. Installation of the rivet. We measure 10 millimeters at the end of the drill bit, and we drill right on that X right there. We drill through exactly 10 millimeters to affix this bottom flap with this top right there. See, it's loose. We're going to rivet it, and it won't be loose anymore. And we drill. We don't want to go into the body of the car. And that's it. Put the rivet in. Pressure upward. 1, 2, 3, and it popped. That did it. And now it's affixed tightly. No play. The job is now complete.